Hey guys, and welcome to my very first book review. As you could probably guess by the title, and if you watched my intro video, today I will be reviewing The Lightning Thief by Riordan. I have done this intro 3 times. His name is a tongue twister. Riordan. This book has been suggested to me since I was probably in 6th grade, and for whatever reason, I just decided not to read it. And I started watching Cass J. Tuck, and she talks about Percy Jackson, or mentions him in videos, a lot. I respect her literary opinion so much. I decided to go pick up this book, and okay, I'm going to give you a brief plot overview, and by brief I mean as condensed as I can possibly make it, because I'm pretty sure this isn't on anyone's reading list, so I won't have to discuss symbolism or really discuss any important points in the plot in great detail, because my goal with this book is just to get you to read the book, not know what already happened. So there will be no spoiler in this video, and probably not in many of my young adult reviews. So we start out The Lightning Thief with 12-year-old Percy Jackson, and he is warning you. If anything in this book seems or feels familiar, put this book down, pretend to believe any of the lies your parents told you, and try to live as normal a life as you can. Percy discovers through a series of rather unfortunate events that he is a demigod, is the child of a god and a mortal, and yes, I am talking about the Greek gods, Zeus, Poseidon, Athena, Ares, Hermes, etc., and mortal being normal humans like ourselves. And he winds up at Half-Blood Hill, which is a special camp for the children of the gods, or at least these half-bloods / demigods. At Camp Half-Blood, Percy discovers that his favorite teacher from his old school, Mr. Brunner, is actually Chiron, a centaur, and his best friend Grover is a satyr and was sent to his boarding school to protect Percy. He also meets Annabeth, who is a daughter of Athena, as well. Though we aren't initially told who Percy's father is, we soon find out that Percy is a son of Poseidon. Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades had made a pact after World War II not to have children with mortals, because their children were always extremely powerful and heavily sought after by monsters. So the fact that Percy is actually a son of Poseidon causes quite a stir in their world. It has been discovered that Zeus's lightning bolt has been stolen, and Percy is put to blame because Zeus has some theory that Poseidon is trying to overthrow him and therefore using his son as a ploy. So, as foreseen in a prophecy by an oracle, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover must travel across the United States by land from New York City, New York, to Los Angeles, California, to find, reclaim, and return the lightning bolt, which some believe was stolen by Hades to start a war between the brothers. If this war was to take place, it would be World War III among the mortals. And Percy, Annabeth, and Grover must prevent this from happening in 10 days' time. Along the way, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are faced and tested by ancient monsters and even a god himself. Now, I'm not going to give away the ending, but let me tell you, you won't be expecting it. This book was absolutely phenomenal. Riordan, I am blown away by his writing style. It's as if he paints a picture. So he, with his words, paints a picture and then pulls this Mary Poppins-esque trick and just grabs you and throws you. Doesn't even gently pull you into this world. He grabs and throws you, and then you're engulfed. He has such a way of piecing the plot together and just giving these little hints and clues to the plot, or clues to the reader just before revealing the answer to the characters. And I love this. And the clues also got more complex as the story went on. Clues aren't really thrown in your face anymore. It's kind of like you have to pick them up as you go. And when there's that reveal, it's not a curveball. You're not blindsided by it. You are able to think and go, of course, or I knew it, because he sets you up so fantastically. I also love the way he set up his character relationships. I thought they were phenomenally done. They felt real. You felt for each of the characters, and you could really see bonds forming in a natural way. Two people weren't just thrust upon each other, or three people rather, weren't just thrust upon each other. They each have backstories, and they intermingle and bond so well. I was blown away. I loved the relationship between Percy and his mother. That I believe was the best relationship, in my opinion, or the best portrayed relationship, in my opinion, in the book. I absolutely loved it. It touched me. It hit home. Maybe that's because I'm a mommy's girl, but either way, I love the way that was written, and you don't really get to see that relationship between parents and child, and it was portrayed so beautifully in a few short pages. However, as we're talking about characters, the only thing that I was sort of alerted to, and this was an afterthought, this wasn't really an active thought while I was reading the book, is it does resemble Harry Potter just a little bit, just with the characters. You have your three. You have your main three. You have Percy, the hero, Annabeth, the smart female lead, and Grover, the goofy male, I don't want to say sidekick, but best friend. But I still love the book. It does not in any way, shape, or form diminish my absolute love for The Lightning Thief. I am so excited to read The Sea of Monsters. When I finished this book in 2 days. After I finished it, I just about got up and ran to Barnes & Noble to pick up The Sea of Monsters. But I realized that there are a finite amount of books in these series, and I believe, from what I've been told, you're left on quite the cliffhanger, literally. So I don't want to blow through all of them and drive myself nuts. So what I'm going to do is, in between each of the Percy Jackson books, I'm going to read another book. There wasn't really anything I could say to pick out that I disliked. He stayed true to Greek mythology, but deviated in such a way to make it so modern. This is the first book in so long that I want to believe and I want to talk about. Since Harry Potter, this is the first book that has grabbed me and held on. So I'm really excited about this series. Love the book. Can't stop saying that enough. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. Plot, writing, characters, everything. So perfect. So tell me what you think. If you've already read it, put it in the comments. Send me a message, leave a video response, and if you haven't read it, go read it for goodness sakes and love it as much as I do. And when you do, then feel free to discuss with me. And also, feel free to ask any questions about it. If you're still leery, you can email me. I'll put my email below. Private message me, anything you want. I'm here. I hope you guys enjoyed my very first book review. And I will see you really soon. Bye.